All right. Well, it says we're live. So welcome back, everybody. Labor Day weekend, September the 1st, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching back later, by all means, leave a comment. We do record our live streams, allow them to play back. And yes, the elephant in the room, we're upstairs. Yeah. It's hot as can be outside. And being that it's Labor Day weekend, we actually took a day to ourselves yesterday to go do a bunch of boating. And I grilled, what, 25 pork chops on the
Yeah, it was
river?
something like that. Yeah.
20 plus pork chops on the river yesterday, along with some sausage and everything else. Let's just say we had lots of leftovers, no reason to cook tonight. So we're going to hang out up here in my office upstairs. Hopefully, y'all hear us okay. We do have a fan running. I think you can hear us
Oh
just
yeah, they
fine right
will.
there. So,
Plus,
well,
you've been out in the heat all day long, busting your chops.
speaking of that, so some of y'all are going to be happy to hear, whether you're watching this now or later, I have been on a roof all day and I am exhausted and I'm burnt and I'm still sweaty. You can see by the sweat on my forehead here. I was just looking at the camera. Boy, I got that thing shined up, don't I, right there. So, y'all, I have been installing solar panels and been on a hot roof today, and it's been in the mid 90s, actual temps. Just, oh, you people that do roofing for a living, bless y'all. I don't know
Oh
how you do it.
man,
So
that
thankful
is
for y'all to do
such
roofs,
a
but
tough job.
I'm just up there for a few hours. So, oh my goodness. So, for the people that's looking for more solar, I have been getting asked so many questions on when we're going to do some more solar content. It's in the works right now. I'm not completely done, but the wood shop is getting solar. We're running more electrical out there, running more fans, and eventually we're going to have another electric power tool out there that's going to speed up some processing, allow me to do some more custom stuff. So I'm upgrading the power out there for that and giving you the content that you're looking for. But I don't know why Sundays are supposed to be relaxed days. I 100% agree with that. It's supposed to be a day of rest.
Yes.
Somehow my Sundays have turned into a day of pure work. And literally it started with getting up bright and early this morning after going to bed about 1 o'clock this morning, by the way, because we had a very fun day yesterday, meeting a viewer. I don't know if that viewer I met this morning watches live stream. I got to meet their whole family,
Great
including their
people.
son Quinn. Nice meeting you, buddy. We sold another fire pit. We've been selling fire pits like crazy, y'all. I've been building those on the side, off camera. So it's been a long day that started very early. Actually, I've done met a couple of viewers this week, meeting another one next week. Got another fire pit going. We got a viewer driving all the way down from Indiana, y'all,
Wow.
to pick up a fire pit. I've just got orders as far as I can fill on that, so that's kind of eating up some of the content too. Because I'm not going to make a fire pit video every week.
Never a dull moment around here.
Never a dull moment. But if you want to live this lifestyle, you better be able to go work every direction you can. And I love it. Wouldn't change it for nothing. But I said all that to say the people that's been looking for some solar content, I already see some of y'all even talking about it. You're going to get some more solar content. It's probably going to be Wednesday, the earliest I can get that video out. Speaking of holiday week, y'all, we've had a lot going on, a lot this week, tons of rain in our forecast. We could use it. Going to really mess up the content.
Yep.
Holiday tomorrow and a potential hurricane next weekend. They're 50-50. If it's coming to Florida or going west, we're watching it. We've already been canceling plans as a result. Let's just say content's going to be sporadic. I already warned y'all about that last couple of weeks. It's going to be some cool mixed content, but I'm only going to post 2 to 3 videos a week for probably the next couple of weeks as we navigate around all this mess right here. So let's read some stuff here. Miss Lee says, "Hey Cash, what's for dinner?" That's
I know.
exactly right. You better ask Cash what's
She's
for dinner.
disappointed I'm
She is
not cooking.
disappointed. We're not outside. You know what? One day we ought to start the live stream up here. We really should do this. Or
Yeah.
I already do it as a joke, but we'll tell everybody. Let's start up here. They'll be like, oh, and then we ought to pull out one of the little propane or electric grills, put up here, roll a couple hot dogs around while we're talking. Everybody's steaming up here. Hey,
Oh
look,
my
we're cooking.
gosh.
We're cooking
That
up in the
would be funny.
office. All right, so we'll scroll up and catch some comments. By the way, if you're new to the live streams, typically we're outside. It's too hot and we're cooking on the back porch, hanging out with y'all. Ask a question. We get enough people on now. We can't catch every question, and we apologize for that. It's just the way it goes. We're blessed to have y'all, but we just randomly go scroll up and down and just cherry pick some comments here and talk about them. So, has anybody seen Cash? And I'm assuming he's on.
Yes, he is on.
Then Miss Lee just asked him about food. Glenn says you're not supposed to work on Sundays. You're exactly right, Glenn. But somehow I have found myself working about 7 days a week. Even on Saturdays when we take off, I'm up bright and early doing.
From the moment he gets up. Yep.
I'm editing content. I'm responding to comments before we get out, and usually I'm home 10 or 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. Like last night, I was up till about 1 a.m. Playing around the internet a little, responding to a pile of comments, doing all that stuff. That's just kind of the way this life goes, but not complaining, like super happy to better do that. Honestly, really am. Did I get a lumber mill? Are we talking about me or somebody else? I absolutely did not get one of those. I don't have time for one of those right now. Y'all, have you seen the content? I've been doing too much. I want to get to some one day projects so I can get y'all more content out, but I've been doing stuff like lifts and everything else, which I think I spent 3 days putting the lift up, not 3 full days, but I'd go out there and
Yeah,
cherry pick on a Saturday,
it was a big job.
cherry pick on a Sunday, and then I think I dedicated most of a Monday, and then I had it up and ready to go. Huge project by myself. Thank goodness for a tractor. Got it 100% by myself. Could have did it one day with some friends. I guess I always
And
make.
it's not that you didn't want me to help. You wanted to show how to.
Oh, I had to show that I could do it by myself with a
I'm
tractor.
like, everybody's probably wondering, why is Tiffany not
What's this
helping
fool doing?
him?
I was just about to say, I bet people are constantly thinking, does this guy have zero friends? Like nobody can call. I get offers all the time. I am stubborn. I am hard headed. And I have to prove to myself constantly that I can do this and I can show people how they can do it. So sometimes I'm just foolish and
Stubborn.
hard headed and
Stubborn.
stubborn and,
Yeah.
and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. I'll admit that. All right. So yeah, everybody says it's good to see Cash. I see he's on. Yeah, because Cash has become a workaholic, much like myself. He doesn't make much live streams anymore, although we do talk throughout the week. Cash works multiple side businesses like I have somehow found myself doing. So hey, that's the grind, baby. That's the way it works in America and lots of other places. You want to go after, you want to go get it, nose to the grindstone, go get it. The opportunity is there. So yeah, Cash, I want to hear what you're doing for dinner because it's all. Oh, there it is. Al Pastor street tacos. You cook that a lot. It sounds
Yeah.
delicious. I wish we were, man, I wish me and him were neighbors. I really do.
I know.
I keep trying to convince him to come to Florida,
Yes.
but he won't because of
Come on,
because of
Cash.
our humidity. I keep trying to. If he was my neighbor, we could cook for each other so much. We could be splitting firewood. Well, man, we could have a blast
Yeah, y'all
together.
would be best friend
I think
neighbors.
we
Yep.
would. I think we would. I've only got him here one time. So Mr. Jimmy says, we have your storms now. Please take them back. Mr. Jimmy, we're getting them this week. Starting tomorrow's 50%, but starting Tuesday on 80 to 90% every single day of the week, and potential hurricane late next weekend. So I promise you, we're getting the storms back. We've actually been on a pretty dry spell, other than the occasional like nighttime crazy thunderstorms that pop up. But it's been pretty dry. This week, that is not the case. They're calling for rain every
Just when
single
we thought
day.
the grass was slowing down a little bit.
The grass has been slowing down because we went on a heck of a
It's not
spell.
going to after this week.
Well, that's all right. We got a sweet mower. We'll get back to mowing, but eventually, yeah, it's going to stop. 'Tis the season. Lauren says, I will gladly watch a fire pit video every week. Well, we sure do appreciate that, but I'm not going to bore y'all with the same thing. Probably the next time y'all watch another fire pit video is going to be I'm working on something. I think I have figured out how to get the paint off of those pits.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, and I've been trying to figure out how to do it for relatively affordable. Although I'm going to have to invest in some money. There's just no way around it. But I'm trying not to invest $5,000 or $6,000 in a huge blasting system and another air compressor tank because I don't want to be a welder for a living. I don't want to build fire pits for a living. But I love that I can build those for some very decent side income, by the way. And we've heavily invested in our little side welding and fire pit business and fire ring business and cooker business, and I do a lot of it off camera. I need to show more of it, but I don't want to show repetitive stuff. But I have literally bought 4 gooseneck trailer loads of tanks recently, and I've got another one coming not next week, the week after. I went a year and a half. I could not find tanks, could not buy tanks from nobody. I went on a year and a half spell, and then I finally was able to get some at double the price I was paying. That's the bad part. But I have been buying everything I can get my hands
Yeah,
on
we are
because
stockpiled.
we are stockpiled, but we're about to stockpile some more because I know I'm going to go through another dry spell. I can get them, and then you buy somebody out, and I can't find none unless you want to pay a crazy amount of money, and then I'd have to turn around and you know charge a crazy amount for a fire pit. And I just don't want to do that. If it reaches a point it's just not affordable, then it's just not worth doing. So I've got lots of cool plans. I even got some specialty tanks in already, sizes I've never had before, and I've got some super special tanks coming. So we're going to venture outside of fire pits. We still got. I'm probably going to do a reverse flow smoker. Y'all been asking me to build one of those forever. A huge one, although I don't really need a huge one. I don't cook for big crowd. Whatever, we'll build it and we might sell it. And I've got some unbelievably custom and specialized cookers in mind that I want to make. That'll be more wintertime stuff when I don't feel like sweating like crazy. So I'm buying a lot of these tanks to not only make fire pit income, but to make some custom stuff for the channel too. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it to cool off first
Oh yeah.
before I do all that stuff right there. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Adam, I have no idea what you mean. I'm 10-8, 10-10, 10-4. Is that radio code? Because I'm just getting into radio, and
He's testing you.
yeah, he is testing me, and I'm failing the test. I have no idea what that means. Oh goodness. Y'all's trees are trained. Y'all can stand another hurricane, says Glenn. Yeah, we just can't have 6 to 8 hours of wind like we did with the last one. Even though it wasn't high powered, it took down more trees than the major hurricane we had, 12 months ago, because it just sat here forever. And I've actually got to go back to mom and dad's because they've got a major tree that's about to crush their driveway. And if we get another hurricane, it's 100% blown down. They're blocked again. So we've got still more storm damage to do. I've got another friend that we've been hanging out with a lot that had to cut a lot of trees down his yard due to the hurricanes. He's got a mess. He's got stumps everywhere. He can't mow. I'm going to go help him. So I told y'all I was going to be doing a heck of a lot of traveling. I've just got jobs after jobs after job for weeks on out. So, but it's going to do some fresh and different type of content. So appreciate everybody that's been watching it. I've had fun going out and helping people. I really, really have. And I love running equipment. There should be no secret about that. Man, I love running. So Andrew Sankey says, no belly flop tonight. You are exactly right.
Oh, even though he probably wishes he was out in the pool cooling off.
I wanted to get in that pool so bad today, but I did not have time to stop. I literally worked on solar stuff all day and then went to the shop and repaired some small engine equipment that was given to me. Got it up and running quick and easy. Ooh, I love that. Free equipment, and I get it running in a few minutes. I worked on our side-by-side for the thing that was falling down, got that repaired.
Okay.
I've actually
you have been busy.
I've had a very productive day, but I burnt
I did chores all day. I've been really busy too.
Well, good. Well, that's not good. That's not what we're supposed to do on Sunday. But when you have a holiday weekend and we know we're probably going to take it easy tomorrow, it's 50-50 on the rain tomorrow too, so we don't really know if we're going to do anything or not. We got to watch the weather, but yeah, we're not working tomorrow. I guess we eased it into today. It's the way it goes. So half pint crab legs, grits, fixing tonight for supper. That sounds delicious.
Yum.
So we were at a friend's a couple days ago, and they were doing a low country bowl just in general with crab legs. Oh, I wanted some. And grits. I love grits, especially cheese grits. That's the way to really have it. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay
not so much.
Yeah. I love butter and pepper in them, but you put some cheddar cheese in there. Oh my goodness, I can tear some grits up, especially with some fried fish or something.
Not anymore.
I know, with the diet that we're on, boy, I couldn't tell you the last. I bet it's been 6-8 months since I've had grits.
Yeah.
Man, I love them. She's not a big fan of the grits there. All right, let's go on down. I've been yakking for forever. Oh man, everybody seems to know what Adam's talking about with the 10-10-10-8-10-4 stuff, and I have no idea what's going on. All right, Tim says hello, Tiffany and Andrew. Hello Tim G. How are you? So Larry says you have a great kitchen and set up in the living room, so cooking is behind you. I guess we could pull that off, but with our backs to the stove over there, it'd probably be a bit odd. What I need to do now that we've got fiber, speaking of that, so we're plugged all in. We're on a DSLR camera right now. I can't move it. It's on a tripod, laptop going. We have fantastic internet now with fiber. I need to go back purchasing a streaming software that will allow me to link in my camera from my phone, and we can do picture in picture. So I could literally carry it over there to the stove and show two different types of pictures. Or I could click a button, hey, be right back. Maybe we got to run the restroom or something like that, whatever we got to do. So I need to look at purchasing streaming software and doing that. Some of them are actually free. I'll do that. Streamlabs is one that I was playing around with a while back, but we just didn't have good enough internet to do that. But now that we're getting, like I checked before we got on, actually it was kind of low at a whopping 600 megs down and 600 megs up. Even though we got the 2 gig package, it's a Sunday night, everybody's home, there's congestion. So, but when you're getting 600 down, 600 up, we can kind of go stream anything we want. So I need to look at some streaming software now.
We finally turned our TV on for the first time last night.
Yes, we did. We did turn the TV on
just to see if it worked.
Yep. We've had fiber for weeks now, and we turned the TV on first time last night, and no buffering, no spinning circles, straight to HD. Just, I was like, oh, this is nice. Anytime I hit a button, instantly there. I was like, this is cool. And then I didn't even pay attention to it.
No, I didn't even watch it either.
I could care less about TV. I could really care less about TV. Let's see what else we got going on here. Do you have So Crystal says, do you have or have you used a grass catcher? I've seen some commercial ones with catchers on them. So you probably mean the bagger systems.
Right.
Like,
Somebody else asked
yeah,
that as a comment earlier.
Grasshopper makes
Yep.
probably one of the best bagger systems out there, full metal system. I don't personally use it because grass clippings are actually beneficial and good for a yard. We live out in the country. If I was doing landscaping business to where you don't need to blow the clippings out in the street or in the neighbor's yard, those would be awesome. Then I'd actually bring them back here and just make compost and stuff out of them. I've never personally ran one. You just don't really see many people that do that around here unless they're in big cities doing little tiny lots and again just want to catch the clippings. We just blow them out in the yard, let them rot under the sun for a couple days, dry out, and then the grass clippings are gone. I would try one of these days, but I would personally never buy one or invest in one. It's just not needed out here where we can blow clippings anywhere that we want to.
How often would you have to dump it?
If you're doing them little quarter-acre city lots, I mean, you wouldn't have to dump it as often as you think.
I'm talking about like our yard after doing.
Oh goodness, several times before we ever got done mowing. But I'd go down there and dump it in the compost pile.
Yeah.
But you can't have nothing but pure grass clippings in the compost pile. You've got to have brown matter, green matter, and a good mixture of all of it for it to break down correctly. So you can actually put way too much of nitrogen matter on there, which is your grass clippings.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with all that. And I think Grasshopper even makes one, if I ain't mistaken, that you back your mower up, it lifts up and will dump into a dump trailer.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, they got crazy stuff. No idea what that runs. Not for me, but hey, I think they actually do have one of those.
I seen a comment, you might have already passed it, asking about the millet.
The millet. Okay.
Yep.
It's a great question. Millet's coming up great now that I did my second planting, but it's way behind. I should already have heads on it, and they're just now starting to form. What my butt needs to do, but here we are rolling to a holiday weekend. If it wasn't a holiday tomorrow, I'd get up and run the fertilizer store in the morning, dump fertilizer all over it because we got every day this week's 80 to 90%. It really needs to be fertilized. I don't think it's going to be ready by opening weekend, but maybe the weekend or weekend after, I think we'll have plenty of seed available. So the second planting, perfect. So obviously my 2-year-old seed just was not going to germinate. It was expired. But what I went out and bought come up beautiful, looks great. I'm just literally weeks behind because my first planting didn't do good. Although we're still going to wind up with pile seed and something this season. It's too early to say if there's any dove because they're not going to come out to green millet right now. There's no seeds on the ground. You've got to literally mow that down and usually wait a week or two to see what shows up. So no doubt we're going to wind up with some dove this year, and I'm going to be go out there and play with Ruger and train him. We're just probably not going to have our big annual get together that we've had for so many years, and that's disappointing because it's something I look forward to every year. We get old friends here and family we haven't seen in a while. And huge cookout. Like we look forward to that so much, but it's hard to invite all those people over when there's literally no dove shoot to have, nothing fun there. But I think half the people show up for the food anyways. So it's promising this year, although I think it's just going to be maybe me, Dad, Tiffany, couple close friends, and Ruger whenever this stuff comes in. I just really want Ruger to go out there and get him a few birds.
Oh, he will love it.
Oh yeah, he's obsessed
I think
with
this year
birds.
he'll love it way more than last year.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's not scared of gunshots, obsessed with birds, but we've recently found out he is 10 times more obsessed with fish than birds. He is
his obsession is more and more every day, I think.
Like he needs Fish Anonymous. Like he needs to go get help. He's now so obsessed with fish, he'll go out there and stand by the edge of the pool all night and look for fish. And I'm like, buddy, there ain't no fish in this pool. But anytime we're on the river, like all yesterday, he'll go play with people for a little bit, play with another dogs there, but he is literally going to go find a stump to stand on because we're in a clear river at Springfed, and he's looking for fish and minnows all day long.
So crazy about it.
Hours and hours and hours.
And then we have a couple friends that fish, and they'll catch him a fish, and he goes nuts. He's got to taste it. Just a little nibble.
Yep, no,
he doesn't really bite it, but
we need to record that one day and show that off because it is hilarious. He about knocks.
You show him in the fishing videos that he's done.
No, and we need to show the minnow bucket.
Oh,
I mean, he goes.
I don't know people like
that. It's cute, but it's vicious. Yeah, it's vicious. All right, so let's see. You've done a very good job going over the mini excavator. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it, and you've got a lot more mini excavator content coming, whether you want it or not.
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of money on that thing for the channel, and we're going to be showing it off. Actually, we've got some really, really, really cool jobs coming, y'all.
Yep. We had something exciting happen, and we have some future stuff.
We have some future stuff coming. So when
The surprise is in fruition
yeah,
now.
we've been telling y'all for a while, we've been holding back something big. We've been holding back probably one of the biggest secrets ever on the channel. When the time's right and it's getting close, we're gonna probably spill the beans to some of our members first as a little thank y'all for being a member, and then we're gonna obviously what
Speaking of that, can't we give out memberships tonight?
we are. We're gonna give some out, and then we're gonna spill some big beans to everybody here coming up. The time's coming. I don't know when just yet. We're kind of figuring some stuff out at the moment. Coming very, very soon. Super exciting. You talk about some fresh content coming on the channel. We've got to do this. We have no choice. You either stay stagnant and your channel just slowly grows. This is a business for us now. We've got to take it very serious. And we're deciding this year to make some huge investments in it. The excavator, some of the equipment, the traveling, the used truck that we just got that we did not want to get. It hit us. But in order to make this content, it kind of had to happen. And once we make this final announcement, you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I totally get it now. But we've got some really cool stuff coming that I think a lot of people's really going to enjoy. No shortage of content around here. I can promise you that. Actually, the problem now is I've got to start cutting back some content. Like I can't really show basic stuff as much anymore because we're going to have so much cool, exciting stuff. And I really have got to focus on that, whether it takes 1 day to record or 5 days to record. So, oh man, I can't wait to share all this with you. I know here we are teasing y'all like we've been doing for a while, but it's getting so close. It's getting so close. All right. We got pasture grass here, y'all. Yeah, I don't know what that means, half pint, but we got plenty of pasture grass. Yes. And if I can ever get some cows on it, that would be awesome to do. I left you a comment on the mulcher video to try. Says PJ, I'm really curious if you do it. PJ, I know I get a lot of comments from you, and I appreciate you commenting. I don't know that I remember that exact one.
Well, you haven't been through all your comments today,
I have not. Actually, I've been through comments in the last few days, couple days, because it's been a holiday weekend. So give me time to get through there and find it. And I promise y'all, I read every single comment. That's why sometimes I'm up till 1 a.m. doing all that good stuff. Okay, I see a lot of people talking about CV and everything else, probably because I threw out my new radio handle earlier. Although I'm going to admit, I don't know if that was my GMRS radio handle that the government gave me, and I'm sure it's completely different than all your other handles there. And I don't know if you can change that, by the way. Once the government gives you a radio handle, I guess you're stuck with it, right? Or can you put in to change it? Y'all let me know that. I have no idea. So Corey says, just joined the live chat. Couldn't finish the video on the mulch mower. Where did you end up on that? Are you good with it or switching back to the side exit? Okay, you're talking about on the grasshopper. So Corey, I have already switched back to side discharge. And here's why. Whenever I ran on the little bit of short grass that we have around here, some centipede, or if y'all were to have St. Augustine, I would stay mulch kit any day of the week. Blown away with there is 0 grass clippings left. Like it does. I don't know where it goes. I don't know how it mulches it up that good without bogging the engine down. I have Bahia with the crazy 2-foot long stalks that is the toughest grass on the planet to cut, in my opinion. It doesn't work as well on that. And I was being very honest in the video. Hopefully y'all appreciated that. So I had to go back to side discharge. However, I have decided while I've got a relatively brand new deck, I've been talking, we're going to do a trade out for a rear discharge. Probably going to make me a month, or it's probably going to be a month or two before that happens. I've tested so much stuff on the channel. Hopefully y'all appreciate it, trying to find what's right for me. Everybody's situation is different because your grass is different, your yard's different. I think rear discharge is the absolute way to go for me. It allows me to cut on either side of the deck. There is no side discharge anymore. That will be nice. No chute. Yeah, that's gonna be super nice. It blows everything out behind you. No dust on you, and nothing blows in our pool. Nothing blows on our porch. That is the way to go. It does not cut quite as clean as side discharge. We've shown this in some videos. I don't care. I'll go back and double cut some thick areas. So I am going to do what I can to swap out or trade my 72 side discharge for a rear discharge. I had high hopes for the mulch, but I knew it wasn't probably going to work on Bahia. It doesn't. I think if y'all have any other type of grass, it would be phenomenal. Again, I cannot believe how well it cuts up the grass clippings. Because I'm looking out in my yard right now. I mowed a few days ago. There's still brown grass clippings out there
Yeah,
where
some
the
pretty
thick
big
stuff was.
piles too.
You didn't see that at all in the mulch kit. It did amazingly well. The other thing I'm going to try too is everybody keeps telling me the Gator blades. That's the one that's got the raised teeth on it. Grasshopper makes an identical blade, so I can go right to my local dealer and pick it up. I may try some of those as well. But for me, I've known since the first day I run a rear discharge here, even though it was a smaller deck, I was like, that's what I should have got. And that's the only regret I've had. I love that mower. Best mower I've ever had. I can't foresee myself owning anything else, honestly. Love the diesel, love everything about it. I just do wish I had rear discharge for keeping grass out of the pool, everywhere else. And I guess I'm a diva when it comes to mowing. I hate dust being blown up on me. And
Oh yeah, it's been getting bad lately that
well, we go
I
through these
mean,
2 week spells of no rain, and
I
then
feel like I got to get out and wash my eyeballs out
well,
because it's so bad.
that's mowing and that's side
Like,
discharge because you spin right into where it's shooting. That
yeah.
rear discharge, I think it's the answer to everything for me, with the exception of it just leaves a little more grass clippings behind you, but they're evenly spread out. So that's the way to go. Love the mulch kit. It's just not the world's best for Bahia. Everybody's got some different type of grass. That was a 5-minute response to that question, wasn't it? I'm not going to make it through very many questions now. So Eric says, sorry, I'm late. Why are you up in the loft tonight? Too hot, Eric. I've been working outside all day and we have piles of leftover food from cooking yesterday, holiday weekend. We've still got pork chops and we did sausage and all this other stuff. So no reason to cook
And
tonight.
River's laying in front of the fan, so he's not real concerned about us being out there.
Way too hot. Been working outside all day long. All right, let's see what else got here. So, question. When's the next podcast? As Chris, you know the answer to that, Chris.
Well, gosh, if we end up getting stuck inside this week, maybe.
No kidding. With all these 80 to 90% days, we could do it this week. But man, we've definitely got behind. We just haven't focused on that
I
channel.
was thinking about that last night. I was like, golly, it's probably been a year since we posted.
Probably, but I have never promised that channel was going to get consistent
Yeah.
content. And we love talking about life experiences and personal experiences and all
we
that.
have a list of topics.
Oh, we got a big list of
Yeah.
topics, but I can't find a free moment to not make
It
content on
seems
this
like we
channel.
don't slow down at all.
No, we speed up.
Yeah.
And we're about to be speeding up even more. We'll tell
We
y'all about
talked
that.
about all the fishing we wanted to do this year and stuff and take little small trips. And yeah, as you see, we haven't really done that.
Yeah. So you stated rooftop solar for the shop, not the backside of the yard fence or home yet. So that's your question. Ask Larry. Yes. So Larry, tis the season for firewood and a bunch of shop work down at the wood barn, and it's still very hot and going to be hot for the next couple months. I'm about to be running multiple fans, including 30 plus inch fans or 36-inch fan, wall fans. We're running more power. We're going to be running bigger electric saws. So long story short, it's time to upgrade the power down there. My solar system has been amazing down there. Plus, we have a diesel transfer pump, a gas transfer pump, although they don't run long. So we're doing more and more power down there. But if I'm going to sit down there and work all day long, split wood, even in the summertime, which I've never typically did before, but I'm doing it now and I've got a barn, I'm going to have to be running hundreds of watts an hour of fans and maybe 1,000+ watts an hour of fans and band saws and things such as that. Well, that's going to outrun the solar that I do have down there now. The solar I have down there now with the battery can run all that, but the battery won't charge at the same time. So I'm doubling up my solar power for all this new additions that I'm adding. And I'm going to finish up a lot of that Tuesday. So it's just convenient stuff and production stuff that I'm adding with a higher demand. We're just going to double our solar output and we're going to have some fun with it. I'm actually going to do it on the shop roof, something I'm against, but not for a pole barn. If there's a leak, it's not the end of the world. I'm not poking holes through the roof on my house with spray foam insulation. A pole barn where I can look up there and say, oh, I got a leak, I can go up there and fix that really quick. So I just wanted to kind of try something fun and different. Everybody's been asking for so much solar content. That's getting done because it's time to do a lot of work down there. The house solar is going to be started on in the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's a huge project. That's why it got delayed. It's a very important project, especially with the hurricanes and everything else. But we have backup generators. We can run on propane. We can run on gas. We can run on solar. We got battery backup. We have already got a solar array. That's why I didn't push the house solar array to the forefront, because should we get hit by yet another hurricane and should we lose power yet again for days at a time, we're okay. We're prepared. We finally got ourselves where we're very comfortable. ultimately where I want to be is I've got enough solar out here that we can run throughout the week, hurricane or not, and or when a hurricane hits, I'm not touching none of my fuel, none of my propane, none of my gas, which is very expensive, especially the type of stuff that I buy, and just run strictly off of solar, assuming we got enough sun. So that's why I haven't had as much of a rush to get into the big system, but we're heading there because I know I get asked about it literally every week. Everybody wants to see
Yeah.
it. Don't forget the whole reason we're doing solar is because y'all have asked for it and pushed for it for years.
We need to bring the electric bill down for the pool.
Yes, we do. So our array is going to be big enough out here now that we can start running our crazy expensive to run pool pump off of it, which just literally almost doubled our electric bill. I could not believe how expensive the pool pump was. Now we're going to trench and run that over to the solar system and run it during the day while we're making 6,000 watts of solar out here, more than that actually, and run the pool pump, charge the batteries, run like normal. It's going to be a pay us back project and a fun project. So that's coming. So Glenn says sometimes dove feathers aggravate dog's mouth. That's hilarious you mentioned that because last year Ruger finally got to get a couple of doves. By the way, did awesome. I took him to the dove field the first time, did practically no training beforehand other than just throwing tennis balls, go fetch. Shot a couple dove. They went straight in the woods. You can't go find them. And I just told him, dead bird. That instantly triggered him. I've never taught him dead bird. And I don't use that term unless I'm telling him to go find something. He went right in there, nose, found a bird, brought it out. And it's so hilarious. You mentioned the feathers. It was like you gave him the most bitter, sour apple candy ever. He just kept, he couldn't figure out why this stuff's sticking to the roof of my mouth, why these feathers in there. But he actually went in and got 2 or 3 dove last year. It was right toward the end of our little planting season, and knew what dead bird meant, knew how to go find them, and brought them out. I won't say he brought them right to me. It was his first day, but he brought them out of the woods, dropped them, and then we laughed our butts off
because we need to get a camera and put on him for this dove season.
I had to find a specialty to go for a dog harness, but they make them. But him in there bouncing through all the limbs and stuff.
Cool. Yeah.
What's really cool is I'm not the one in there bouncing through those limbs. That's getting that stuff. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. I am so far behind. Bad adoption program. Ooh, we need to check that, Michael.
Yeah, we haven't checked the last couple of weeks.
Cash. I bet you bought memberships about 45 minutes ago. I'm this far behind. Thank you so much, Cash. That was so generous of you. So 10 people just got some memberships. I'm actually about to go ahead and give out some free memberships. I'm allowed to do that a couple times a month, 10 memberships total. So we're going to gift out some right now. It's beginning of the month. The first couldn't work out any better. And we've got some big stuff coming out this month. So we typically try to give sneak peeks to the members. Ultimately, everybody, whether you're a member or not, you always find this stuff out. So let's go ahead and gift 5 of those right now. Remind me at the end, we'll give 5 more out. It randomly picks them, y'all. I don't have a clue who gets them. Thank you, Cash Buddy. We appreciate you so much.
Butterbean. I like that name. That's somebody, or Butterbean.
Butterbean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be wasn't Butterbean a big boxer back in the day? Obviously, we know Butterbeans. We eat them down here in the South, but Butterbeans, who I think of for a boxer. Wade said, has anybody said beefcake yet? Well, you did. And I guess I just did as well.
They're wanting your handle to be that, I guess.
It's Beefcake 402. Come in there, Rubber Ducky. So how's the carnivore diet going? Asked Jesse. I'll let you, because I'm cottonmouth. I've been talking.
Yeah. It's still going good. We have cheated a few moments here and there, but we're still on it. We're still doing good with it.
And our cheating is literally not even what I would call cheating. I mean, it has not been.
We ate some boiled peanuts yesterday.
Yeah, ate a little bit of boiled peanuts on the river.
It was a friend. She made some homemade. We didn't want to be rude. No, I'm just kidding. We wanted some. So we did eat some of those. Yeah, but we're doing really good with it. I'm like trying to figure out new recipes. I'm like kind of tired of the same old stuff.
I've lost a few more pounds. I'm only 7 pounds away from like my new target weight. And then my plan is once I reach that, I'm good. I'm happy. I feel good. I had some, we'll just say medical conditions that were bothering me a while back. From blood pressure to just the way I felt in general to, just random stuff that you can tell when your body's telling you things are not right. pretty much every bit of that's gone. The diets did that for me. That's what I wanted more than anything. It wasn't about necessarily losing weight to me, although I knew losing weight was
And I
going to.
love how guys lose it way faster than women.
I knew losing weight was going to benefit me. I was more concerned about feeling better. So I've
Yeah.
got 7 more pounds to get to just my target weight, and then I'm going to slowly start putting our garden vegetables back in. And making really good choices, like for a few random sauces or a few random rubs. All we're going to do everything as we can, sugar free, no processed foods. That's been the ultimate goal for this. I had no intentions of getting on carnivore forever. I just wanted to feel better, see results, skin results, autoimmune results, blood pressure results. I'm seeing all that. It's doing exactly what was promised to me. Very, very happy with it, and lost weight quicker than ever. And this has been the easiest to follow diet ever in my life. Like, who the heck doesn't want to eat brisket and ribeye
Yeah.
steaks?
And
Like,
I do
oh,
have plans probably in the next month and a half to 2 months to get some blood work done,
yeah,
whether or not you do it or not, but I'm
eh,
going to.
we'll see. But the ultimate plan is here, probably not much longer from now. I think my goal moving forward is going to be 90% healthy processed foods, animal foods, meats and things like that, eggs and butter, just animal stuff like we're doing now. 10% of adding a few of our garden vegetables back, the healthy stuff, no chemicals on them. And if we do add a few sauces and rubs, it's no sugars, absolutely no processed foods, no chemicals. That
Mhm.
junk's just got to stay out of my life. Now that I've
Yeah.
whipped it, we're good to go. And then we already know we're going to occasionally slip a cheat day in, and a cheat day is a reward day for us. We worked so hard and already seen amazing results. And you know what our cheat day is going to be? It's probably going to be a Friday night out in front of our pizza oven that we built, making homemade bread using good quality cheeses. Now, boy, have we figured out
Oh,
ingredients,
yeah.
or we were buying junk ingredients in the past.
Yeah, I
We've
was
started
buying
buying
that
quality
junky
stuff
cheese.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, the taste difference, the no added junk and fillers in it.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be what we occasionally do. Occasionally a pizza cheat day, because man, y'all we have
Yeah.
figured out how to make a
I
good
want it
pizza.
bad.
If we can brag on anything, we make a good pizza. Oh my
Our
goodness.
friends are begging us to make it too.
Yeah. So that's going to kind of be our diet moving forward, but we've kind of did a full body reset, and we're going to add some stuff back. I had no intentions of staying carnivore forever. I just wanted to get some quick results of it. I've got them. I'm going to go a little bit further, and then we're just going to try to stay as healthy as we can
Yeah.
from here on out, with the occasional rewards. And I think that's okay, because the point we had got a while back, we thought we were doing really good, and in the big
And
scheme
we
of
were,
things, I
yeah.
think we were,
Yeah.
but nothing like we're
Well,
doing
that's when
now.
we were experimenting with pizza recipes, so we were eating
Oh boy,
pizza
that's
pretty
right. About 3 days a
frequently.
week, she's like, "I'm gonna try a new dough recipe." I was like, "We're doing pizza again." I was like, "I did just build this huge pizza oven. Let's do it."
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't be eating that much bread and stuff. Oh boy. But overall, best diet I've ever been on. Honestly, easiest to follow, feel
Yeah.
great, quick results, just super happy. And I don't want everybody to think we're pushing it. We don't talk about it till y'all bring it up. Y'all need to
Mhm.
do what's healthy and right for you. You may try this diet and it's horrible for you. That's just, everybody's body's different. You may find a vegan diet is absolutely perfect for you. Great, happy for you. Me, oh boy, I love meat. And it seems to be treating my body very, very well. And my gut and skin issues and everything else I've had for my entire life, like, things have gotten so much better
Yeah, I feel
since
like
doing
a
this
lot
diet.
of stuff has resolved for you.
It has.
Yeah.
It really has.
Oh,
All right.
Burger's looking for us.
He is. Ruger has laid up all day long because it's been so hot, laid in his sandbox everywhere else. Now he's standing, looking in the window down there, like,
Oh,
"Hey, it's
y'all are
cool."
supposed to be out here with
Yeah, he's
me.
like, "It's cooled off, y'all. Why aren't we running around the yard playing fetch?" Is what he does.
And he
Lays,
doesn't eat until Bullet comes out there and eats with him. So,
he's looking in the window. We'll go get him in a minute. We'll give you a little bit longer. We'll go get him. So, have I thought about building an outdoor kitchen setup on a trailer to sell? Says Jeb Outdoors. No, I have not, Jeb. And not so sure that I would, probably due to some liability and legal stuff with all that. But I have in the past thought about doing like a tiny home on a trailer. I thought that'd been a really awesome build for the channel. Um, I looked into that. I talked myself out of it, things such as that. But like food trailers and outdoor kitchen style, you know what? That's actually a really interesting idea, because a lot of people do mobile cook trailers and big smokers and all this stuff, but nobody does like a mobile kitchen.
hmm,
That's an interesting thought. It
yes.
could be something I tackle one of these days when I clear my schedule of about 100 projects. But that
10
would be
years
something
from
I would
now.
look forward to building. Maybe go get like a big 30-foot dual or triple axle trailer and just do a mobile outdoor kitchen on there.
Be
Could
a twist to a food truck.
it really would.
Yeah.
It really, really would. Yeah, maybe a little roof on it with some poles so it looks like a true outdoor
Yeah.
kitchen. That would be
Some
interesting.
like connected bar stools with like a bar top that people can sit on.
That'd be the most unique food truck on the lot that people would have to come to
Hey, I
that.
just had a thought. You know those tourist towns that have those bicycle things that you ride on and you
Mhm.
listen to music and have drinks? You could do a food one, and you just ride around.
As long as everybody's peddling me, because I'm not peddling, that's for sure. Oh
That
boy.
would be
So
funny.
interesting thought. Definitely don't have time to build that right now. But hey, I love creative ideas like that. I love that. I would love for this channel to get to that point one day in the future to where I can just literally have fun and do creative stuff like that. And honestly, I'd probably make a lot more money doing crazy ideas like that than I would doing realistic stuff that we have to do
Yeah.
every day. So we may get there in the future. Who knows? We'll see where this thing takes us. Okay, let's keep on going down. I'm not sure if it's my connection or your mics are on delay, but you both look like you were in a kung fu movie. Says yes, like barbecue.
Everybody, I think there was a couple other people that said we're fine, so I
Okay,
think it was
well,
them.
when you do run external mics, sometimes there is a delay, although I have them directly plugged in the computer. That's not uncommon. So whenever I watch our live streams back, it's the same exact thing. I'll have to pause it and then you unpause it and it catches up. Could be your internet connection or something else, but I totally know what you mean. I've watched a lot of stuff and I'm like, it is a kung fu movie. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Come here, boy.
Oh,
Stuff like that. Yep, I totally know what you mean. Really bad kung fu movies back in the day. Chris says, I hope we're getting a sawmill. That is not your big secret.
nope.
We've got a much bigger secret. Like somebody said last week, the secret is he got a new 20, or 10-year-old truck, 100,000 miles. I'm like, that was definitely not the
No.
secret. That'd be a pretty boring secret for
Yeah.
y'all. And that was never intended. So, nope, that's not it. We don't want, I know we've led y'all on too much.
Yeah, we can't.
We don't need to lead y'all on anymore. It's going to be the biggest announcement probably ever on the channel, I think. And no, Tiffany's not pregnant.
I know that thought crossed my mind too for people that don't know.
Is
Yeah.
it? No,
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 no, no.
no, 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 no. So you should invest in a power rake or to pull behind your tractor or mower. I've heard about the power rakes, but I'm not super familiar with them. What I honestly need is a landscape rake, not necessarily for here. Actually, the trails that we go on, but the relatively affordable. That's the ones that you pull behind and it leaves the dirt, but gets all the sticks up, and you can flip around, push, pull with them.
Mm.
My dad has one, so all this traveling I'm doing, helping people doing hurricane cleanup, property cleanup. Oh man, I really just need a manual tractor rake. I think it'd be awesome for all this cleanup stuff. Okay, let's scroll on down. I am so far behind y'all. I apologize. Well, actually, I don't apologize. I just felt yappy tonight. We've just been yakking and talking. It's been good hanging out and talking to y'all. Cash says, I love splitting firewood. Come on down, Cash. You still about
Oh,
90
I just had a spinny circle. What was that about?
on fiber internet.
I know.
I was just 600 down and up. Ain't no way you got a spinny circle.
Oh,
The buffer, the buffer wheel, we call it. Boy, we better not have that on
maybe
fiber.
it was YouTube.
It could have been. So, is anything going on in the garden? Second time I've been asked that today. Says Blue
Yes,
Wolf.
muscadine grapes only.
Tons of grapes and tons of weeds. I'm not even sure that we're going to go after a fall garden this year because I would literally need to do it this month.
Yeah.
And all we ever do is broccoli, cauliflower,
Cabbage.
cabbage, a few other things.
Gosh,
Being that we're
that is
still
so
on
good.
the carnivore diet, it really doesn't make sense to go out there and focus on that. We've got so many other projects. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, garden videos just don't do well, but I still record them a couple times a year because people are interested in it. I'm not going to go out and just plant a garden for the content in general because it's not even worth our while. And being that we're on this diet that we are,
Yeah.
we're not going to do it. And
Plus, we
trust
don't
me,
have much room in the freezer
we don't.
for
We
anything.
don't. And we're going to be buying part of a cow again this
Yeah.
year. Hunting season's right around the corner, so we're saving the freezer room that we do have for meat because we still got a ton of vegetables since we haven't been eating them. But we're going to start introducing those back in our diet probably over the next month or two. But yeah, we got to save freezer space for a cow, deer, and everything else. By the time you buy one of those big fans, I'd rather just put a mini split unit in. Well, those big, you know what, fans are for outside or shop
Right.
space, not necessarily mini split. And I can't put a mini split in the shop or anywhere else because I'm not insulated for it. And you talk about big money. thousands of dollars. And then I got to rip everything out the shop in order to spray the walls to insulate for an AC. I wish I had done that from day one, but honestly, back when we built the shop, it was just taxing us financially. And I
Yeah.
I forget the quote I got. It was like 50% the cost of the shop to do closed cell spray foam and all the walls, roof, everything. I was like, are you kidding me? I can't afford that at all. I wish I had done it because I would have an AC in there, but oh, it just wasn't in the budget back in the day. So Miss Lee wants to know how Tiffany's sewing room's going. I'll let you answer that.
You want me to answer it? I think you need to answer it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's been so busy, Miss Lee. We got a lot of heavy stuff to pull out of the attic here and organize, but I haven't really bugged him about it either. You got to kind of bug him on things like that.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I totally lost where I was in the comments. I'm so far behind. I'm just gonna have to randomly scroll down. Oh, I think I found where I was. What furniture are you planning to build? Good question, Crystal, because I've got a ton of furniture projects on my project list. It's just down to the time again. Stuff's constantly changing my schedule. Like my ultimate goal on this channel would honestly be to where I'm doing a little bit of firewood, fun stuff, not your typical firewood stuff, because there's just too many channels doing that. Some woodworking out in the shop, some metalworking. The DIY projects typically do very well on the channel. Projects I want to do, I want to build outdoor
Perch.
porch furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perch is the fern and the porch, so we'll call it furniture. Furniture.
Furniture.
Furniture. I want to build outdoor furniture. Couple of custom headboards and bed
Yes.
stands. Although Tiffany's gotten impatient with me enough here lately that we think we're going to go ahead and buy a
I just
headboard.
can't make my mind up on something, and I'm not spending $1,500.
Oh
So
no,
yeah.
no.
So
We're not
I might be
no.
waiting until one day down the road. to do
Yeah,
it.
well, I want to custom build, headboard, footboard, maybe some drawers underneath these two beds that we have, king size beds. Love to do that.
Yeah.
I want to custom build an office desk for up here. Everybody keeps getting on to me. Do some shelving to put your awesome plaque that took forever to earn over here. We want to hang stuff like that up. It's just one thing after another. And I've got other custom woodworking.
We're gonna build a table and everything out there
That's
for
right.
the outdoor area.
Well, that'll be aluminum. I want to start learning aluminum welding. I was going to do aluminum tape. Oh yeah, a sitting table out there in the
Yeah.
outdoor
I was
area.
like, wait a minute,
No,
I remember that
you wanted a
conversation.
table to have by the pizza oven so you could put pans
No,
and
I was talking about like a seating area for us
yeah,
to eat at. Yeah.
tons of woodworking and quite a bit of metalworking planned. And as I can get time to do it, I would love to do it. A little coffee table in the living room, and actually one huge woodworking project that I've had planned and almost started on at one point in time. The bare wall that we have in the living room, we've never intended that wall to be bare, where we got the big 70-inch TV that we never
I
bought.
forgot about that build.
I want to build out a full tongue and groove floor to ceiling wall there. Y'all are gonna kill me on this. I want to put an electric fireplace in it for the ambiance. We're in
Still want to do
Florida.
that?
I still do want to do
Okay,
that.
because I almost wanted to buy just a TV stand.
Nah. So
It looks so
I want to
plain
do
with
a
just the
mantle
TV
over
on
there
this
on the
big
wall. I want to do an electric fireplace for the ambiance. Honestly, y'all, we had plans to put a fireplace in this house and a stove. We insulated it so well. We got 6-inch thick walls. You light a candle in here, it runs you
Speaking of
out.
that, my friend came over the other day, and she's someone that's got to have her air on 70, and she's all the time
She
making
kept
fun of
saying
me.
60s.
Yeah, she's all the time making fun of me. She's like, "What? Your air's on 78?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So when she got here the other day, she's like, "Wow, it feels really good to be 78." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, because we control our
Insulation,
humidity
yep,
and
the
the
humidity.
insulation. Pretty much what runs more than the AC, especially going into this time of year in spring. Our AC may not run for 3 weeks. It's just our dehumidifier that runs to keep the humidity low. And if you keep your humidity low, not too low now, you can go too low. You can have a house at 78 or 80. You'll come in there and it feels cold, but you got to go to another house with high humidity and run it at 68 or 72, which is expensive as all get out just to feel cool. We get that all the time.
And our electric bills were so good before the pool pump.
Our electric bills were great before the pool. But here's the thing. We did the pool. We did an outdoor ice maker. We've got an outdoor mini fridge. So we are running a piles of electric
Yeah.
using appliances that's sitting in 100-degree weather. but the pool, oh
I
man,
can tell the time is changing.
I know it's getting dark
Yeah.
outside and we're not even near the end of this thing. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna. Oh, I need to give away some more memberships. How about that? Let me do that before I forget it. So let's give out 5 more memberships. Now y'all get a full month here. It's going to randomly pick some of y'all. I can't pick who. It doesn't. So has the neighbor sold you their land? I wish, Crystal. No, that's not the big
Yeah.
secret. And I want to buy my neighbor's land so bad. One of my neighbors. Obviously, we have several neighbors.
Right.
It would be a dream of mine, but it is just not even on the table right now. If that ever come up, I will find a way to come up with the money. I don't care what I got to do, but it's just never been offered to me, and I've spoken to them about it, and it's just not.
Yeah, it would be a dream.
Yeah, it's just not on the possibility right now.
Yeah.
Have y'all thought about building a pond? Half pint, I've thought about it a ton. Would love to. But when you price doing it correctly, I mean correctly, because I've watched so many YouTubers, God, I hate that term, build ponds and everyone leaks and they spend months and years trying to stop them and do them right. You can literally put as much money in a decent sized pond as an entire brand new built house. I can't do that. And a little small, tiny catfish pond doesn't interest me. I would want to do something that's like 2 to 5
We got
acres.
plenty of rivers around here. We don't need
We got tons of rivers around here, even though we got to
It'd
travel.
be one thing if we didn't live around a bunch of water, but we do.
We do.
So it's
We're
like,
we're blessed with that. But I would want to do a several acre pond. That'd be basically a lake to me. And to do it correctly is 6 figures, big time 6 figures. Our channel is not big enough to support a project like that. In the future, y'all get us to 500,000 or million viewers and we got extra money rolling in like that. I promise you, we'll do projects like that. We'll do the most amazing giveaways you ever seen, big projects like that. We'll do some cool stuff. We're just nowhere near there right now. And I just don't want a little baby catfish pond in the yard that gets 95 degrees because the water isn't deep or it's not big enough. Especially like she said, we got beautiful rivers right down the road from us. We got multiple rivers all around there. We got the coast not far
yeah, so
away.
I don't really see why we need a pond. But I
Well,
know you want one.
I want one bad, and here's why: because we've got everything we just explained, all these beautiful rivers and stuff around us, and I've been fishing one time
Yeah,
this
I don't
year.
think you would find time to even fish on your own
No, if there's a
property.
pond out here every afternoon, me and Ruger would be out there playing around it, and I would be throwing a line. There ain't no doubt about that. But they just cost way too much money.
Oh, can you imagine Ruger having his own pond?
Ruger would just be in heaven. We go to a friend's house almost once a week that has a
Yeah.
pond. Ruger gets out of the truck, plays with their dog, straight down to the pond, swimming,
Yes,
playing,
he loves it.
just in the pond, getting all nice and stinky before he gets back in my truck. So Chris says you're building a new equipment building. I do not need another equipment building on
No,
this property.
Crystal.
I've got too many buildings on this property. It's starting to look a
Yeah.
bit crazy. So no, that's definitely not it. Everybody gonna keep guessing, but hey, we're not gonna tell you. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Oh, God, there's a pile of people guessing. Pile of people. No, I see several people said it's your neighbor sold you land.
I wish.
I wish that ain't it. That is not it. Absolutely not it. Okay. So Brian says, late to the live, the video deal with the lift was amazing. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it because there was a ton of time involved in making that video, and my back says I'm not lying. I'm still sore. There was some sketchy moments too, getting some of that big heavy stuff up and figuring it all out, but it actually went smoother than I was thinking. I thought I was going to have stuff slip out from under me or drop some stuff.
Oh,
None of that, but
I kept checking on him. I'm like, you okay out there?
and I was dealing with some super heavy stuff. I should have 100% called a couple guys over and said, let's knock it out. Could have did it in a day. I'm hard-headed. I'm stubborn. I meant I was going to do it myself, and I did, other than old John Deere helping me
Well,
out there.
I don't know if we've already passed some of the comments, but it looked like you inspired a couple people because somebody said they got plans to put one up next week or a
Awesome.
couple weeks, and then somebody said they just got done putting theirs up. That was like a 2 year in the making.
All right.
Maybe you inspired some people.
Good, good. I hope that I have. And yes, I've shot past a pile of comments because I have just been on a roll of yakking it out. What a shocker. And man, when there's several hundred comments and you talk for an hour, I just
There
can't
was
catch
another
them
one
all.
too that was
Yeah,
asked
please
a
pick
couple of
some out.
times. I'm trying to remember what it was now. Ask again. I know you mentioned it a couple times and I've already forgotten what it is.
So Jerry says, I need AC TIG for aluminum welding. Well, not necessarily. That's for precision welding. I got an aluminum spool gun last November on Black Friday sale, and I haven't pulled it out yet. I even got a tank full of argon. So my MIG welder is set up to run a spool gun as well. Finally caught one on a good sale. Been watching for one for a couple of years. It seemed like the right investment because I really need to get into doing some aluminum welding. I love welding. So glad I taught myself to do, regular mild steel welding, but there's times I really, really, really want to do aluminum. So we're going to be teaching ourselves that. And speaking of that, I get emails and questions all the time. Why don't I teach welding? Because I'm not a professional welder. I've been welding a long time, and I taught myself literally off of YouTube. Nobody in my family weld. Nobody taught me to weld. But let me tell you something. I already get destroyed on some comments from professionals on a lot of the stuff I
Oh,
do.
yeah,
Anytime I even remotely get around welding, you talk about some of the nastiest, rudest comments and people that come out.
absolutely.
Not, I know some of y'all professional welders, not everybody's like this. I'm not saying that. But anytime I even remotely get around to trying to say anything about welding, you talk about people coming out of the woodwork to tell you just how wrong you are. And honestly, I just don't want to deal with it. And in a way, they're kind of right. I don't necessarily know what I'm
And
doing.
you're not trying to be a professional
I'm
at it.
not.
You're just,
What I can tell you
trying to get
is,
stuff done around here and you're going to show what you're doing.
uh,
Yeah.
what I can tell you is, I can honestly say I don't think I've broken a single weld out of the 12 to 15 years I've been welding, including tractor equipment, heavy use stuff. So it's sticking together. I must be doing something halfway right. Are my welds are prettiest out there? Do I know all the techniques? Nope. And that's why I don't teach it. But I get asked all the time, please make some welding and teaching videos. I'm like, I'm a bit nervous about that because I just don't know that that's my expertise, if you know what I mean. But I appreciate people asking me because I do love teaching and sharing things, but I'd rather do stuff that I'm a little more confident about. And I know that
Mhm.
isn't just going to burn me. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. So I do avoid it. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. So Justin says, watching y'all on the TV while cooking dinner, everything is going well.
Good
It
deal.
is, other than when's fall going to get here, Justin? If fall would get here, life would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. I cannot wait for our first cool snap and cool down. I cannot wait. Let's see here. Glenn says, our hot tub died, but the power bill is now $80 a month. Oh, 80
Golly.
month less. Ever
Less.
imagine it
Yeah.
costs that much to run? Oh,
That is
absolutely.
crazy.
And our pool actually costs a little more than that to run, but we
Yeah.
run it 9 hours a day, and it's a horse and a
Yeah. And
half
then we're
pump.
about to have the hot tub back out in the next couple of months.
Yeah, not right back out.
No,
It's
but
Florida.
coming up.
Our blow up hot tub, the proper Florida hot tub, the one that you can
Yeah.
bring out 2 months and fold up and put it.
Yeah. I guess it would be January by the time we put it out.
Hey, goodness gracious. All right, y'all, we're going to catch another comment and then we're going to wrap it up. We're losing daylight now that the seasons are changing, and we got to go run Ruger and do all that good stuff right there. So let's see which one we're going to grab here. I'm looking. I'm looking. Okay, Brandon, you are the winner of the last comment. How's your gate holding up? Do you have any sag in the gate? How many pounds of concrete did you use to mount the post? Gate's holding up great. Here's the issue I have with the gate. It's 20 foot long, it's all mild steel, and it's painted black. Something I never imagined is the expansion and contraction of the gate. Makes sense. And long story short, you can set the gate to close, you can set the limit switches, works great. As soon as you get a cool morning, things tighten up and no longer your gate maybe latches, or things expand. It got hot in the afternoon, you go out, the gate closes too far and it thinks that it's in a bind, so it backs itself off. That's just the fault of me building something that expands and contracts more than I could have ever dreamed. Sag, I have only adjusted the gate one time since building it, and it's been close to a year now, or 8 or 10 months. I don't know how long. And by adjust, I mean eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch. I just went and adjusted two nuts to bring the 20 foot far away into the gate up that much. We've had hurricanes, we've had feet of rain, we've had floods, everything you can imagine. Everybody told me it was going to fail. It was going. You should have seen the hateful comments I got on those
You still
videos.
get them.
Oh my goodness! Failed in a week. Blah blah. Ain't gonna work. They were
I look at them every day on Facebook and I'm like,
all wrong.
golly.
It has done
Yeah.
amazing. I expected way more sag than I had, and that's why I set bolts up at the base to adjust sag out of the gate. Eighth of an inch over a year, like literally nothing. quarter turn of a bolt, gate's where it needs to be. How much concrete did I put in the base? I think I did 640 pounds, if I remember correctly. That's the other problem. When people didn't watch every single bag go in, they think that I put 80 pounds of concrete there and called it good. No, I dug a 4 foot deep hole in a pyramid shape like this, put 3/4 inch rebar in it, put huge long 3/4 inch J hooks in it to mount my base on. And I'm pretty sure I did 640 pounds, and it's held a 20-foot gate, no issues, through hurricanes, through floods, through ground
Exactly.
saturation, through everything. If it was going to fail, it would have done failed.
Exactly.
And if it had a failed, I would admit defeat in a heartbeat. I have no problem saying when I've screwed up, because I don't want y'all to go off and do the same thing and it fell on you. It has worked out beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
So happy with our
We're happy
gate.
with it.
The only issue is I didn't realize the expansion and contraction of the hot and cold would happen, and I
Yeah.
occasionally have to go down there and reset the limit switches on the gate and make sure it closes a little less today, a little more whenever we have a cold snap, things like that. The only way to go to change that is to build two 10-foot gates and have two openers instead of one crazy long, or maybe go to aluminum or something, but steel painted black, it absorbs so much sun. And then welcome to Florida. It might be 30 degrees in the morning, 75 in the afternoon. We deal with such crazy temperature swings, things expand and contract. It's just kind of the way it is. All right. Enough yakking tonight. Thank y'all so much for spending your
Yes, thank
Sunday
y'all.
afternoon with us. So don't forget, holiday weekend, crazy stuff going on. Huge announcements coming this month. We're going to be short on content. I'll be lucky to get 2 videos out this week. It's not because we don't have stuff going on. We've got holiday stuff going on, weather, potential hurricane, rain, and I'm going to be doing some more traveling over the next few weeks, helping people out. Big videos that take a few days to record. It's the way it is. But we've got big stuff coming, and we appreciate y'all spending your time watching our content, spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Means the absolute world to us, y'all. We love and appreciate you. We're so blessed to be able to do what we do. Thank y'all again so much. Good night.
Good
God
night.
bless.
See y'all
We'll
next
catch you on the
weekend.
next one. Yep. See y'all next weekend. Y'all take care. See ya.